Hello, how's everybody doing today? Today we'll be going through SEO competition, competitive analysis of the term personal injury lawyer in Houston, Texas. So let's jump right in. Here's the outline of what we're going to be covering today. These are the steps I usually take to analyze any market to see if it's a market that we want to play in. First thing is first we go to Google and we type in the phrase that we're looking for to see if it's something that we want to go after. And I'll explain each one of these to you in a few minutes when we get to Google, but we want to look at the meta descriptions, the meta titles, meaning like what's listed for the company, and see where they're using the keyword. Are there any videos ranked, like YouTube videos or Vimeo videos? Any other Web 2.0 properties like Tumblr or WordPress.com or Squidoo? Are there any directories like lawyers.com or FindLaw listed? And I'll show you what that means if there are. Next we go into a tool called Market Samurai, and this will show us the 4 whys, which just means that how strong the competition is in terms of on-page optimization. This is not supposed to be here, so we'll go into Market Samurai. I'll show you the different numbers that we look at. Majestic SEO is a tool that we use online, majesticseo.com, and we'll go in and look at the overview of each of the sites, each of the strongest competitors, to see if we can beat them. We'll look at the anchor text to see if they're over-optimizing or how good of a job they're doing on their anchor text. And we'll also try to copy the winners to do the same things that they're doing, and then to surpass them once we've done that. And then we'll take a close look at the backlinks and see what other sites are pointing links towards this site, and perhaps we can copy those as well. And this is cool because we can get a good sense of a nice list of places to get links from. And then we get keyword ideas from our best competitors and the winners in the space, and we just copy down these keywords. What keywords are the winners targeting? And we can then go in with those keywords and put them into the Google Keyword Planner to see how much search volume each one is getting. Okay, so let's go right to Google and search for personal injury lawyer Houston. Okay, so you'll see that my Firefox browser has some different numbers than yours probably, or maybe you don't even use Firefox. I like to use Firefox because of these toolbars that you can get for free. SEO Book has a good one. It'll show you the page rank and all these different stats of any website when it was started, things like that. And then SEO Moz, S-E-O-M-O-Z, has a toolbar where it shows you their own metrics for page authority and domain authority. These are very helpful to tell you how authoritative a website really is, because PageRank doesn't often give you the best indicator of the page. It's saying that this inner page is an A, but it's a Google page, and so SEO Moz is ranking it as a 97 out of 100 for page authority. Okay, so we look down here, and under the search results, it'll also give us the PA and DA, which is page authority and domain authority of each of these websites, to see how strong they are. So this page authority is like a page rank 3, basically. So not awfully competitive. It's terrybryant.com. Let's write that one down, actually. So I like to get a notepad out and write down anything that I see on the first page that's interesting. Okay, so terrybryant.com is the #1 spot for personal injury lawyer Houston. So then there's 1, 2 directories following that. The Google Maps. Fortunately, the Google Map listings don't take away spots from page 1. There's still 10 spots on page 1 in terms of organic. These are the paid ads up here, as you should probably know. These are the paid ads. 1, 2, 3. It says ad next to them, and they're outlined a little bit here. Okay, and then starts the organic listing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots on page 1. And out of those 10 spots, we see one YouTube video. YouTube videos are pretty easy to rank right now. This one, surprising, is a PA 54, so someone must have really attacked this one with backlinks to get it up here to page 1. But we could get a YouTube video or Vimeo video up on page 1 pretty easily. So let's just count how many directories and sites other than regular websites, attorney websites, on page 1. So there's one YouTube video, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 directories. So there's 4 directories and 1 YouTube video, which leaves 5 attorney websites. Okay, so that's pretty good news, because you can rank. So these 5 spots are definitely doable. Definitely you can have one of these 5 spots. And the attorney websites, we're going to look now to see if we can take one of their spots, hopefully the number 1 spot, because the number 1 spot gets probably about 50% of the traffic that searches this term. Click 50% of the people that search this term click on this number 1 listing. So this person actually has these authority links here as well. See these authority links? So Google is giving him extra space on page 1 and the number 1 spot. So he has the Google authorship. So for what I want to write down first is that something about terrybryant.com. He has Google authorship set up. Okay. Then he has authority listings. So this is great. I mean, Google is giving him a ton of trust here to display him the way they're doing. Usually you'll see those authority listings only if somebody searches for your specific brand name. Like let's search Terry Bryant. Attorney Houston. Okay, so then you'll see here they give you even more space, and sometimes it'll show you like a lot of different pages on the site and actually descriptions of each page. Like so. So if you search for a brand name that's like really unique, it'll give you these authority listings. So this guy is doing something right. And if you see here, if you search for Terry Bryant, it'll also list his yellow pages, his Facebook, Yelp, and YouTube right underneath. So take note that this guy is doing something right, someone that we should emulate and try to copy if we want to beat. Okay, so we go back here to Google, and apparently Houston personal injury lawyer is different from personal injury lawyer Houston, which is weird because here he is. That's the other guy. Arnold Itkin is the other one that I just saw as well on the different order of these words. So let's write him down. Okay. So basically you just want to look at the first page and kind of get a general understanding of what's happening. The lower pages, the lower sites have a 34 and a 30 page authority with only domain authority only in the 20s. Same with this guy here. So this is definitely and this guy's a little stronger. See, his site has a page authority of 42 and a domain authority of 33. Basically, how you get these numbers higher for your own websites is it's all about the number and the quality of links pointing into your website. These are all links, right? And this is anchor text. The actual text in the link is called anchor text. So the number of different sites pointing in raises these numbers up, the authority of the website. So he's also number 1 for the maps listing. Okay, so next let's go into Market Samurai, and I've already entered the keyword personal injury lawyer Houston up here. And the only reason I use this tool is for the SEO competition module. It does a lot of other things, but the only module that I use is this SEO competition. So then we go in here and we click generate results. And then we wait a little while for this to load. Should take 30 seconds. Okay, here we are. As you can see, Terry Bryant is number 1. And that lists all the top 10 organic spots that we were just looking at. And then it also gives you a lot of useful data to the right here. This is interesting. Okay, so from left to right here, this gives us the domain age, the page rank, the Google page rank, which is an indicator of the quality of the website. Citation flow and trust flow are metrics from Majestic SEO that tell you how powerful the website is. Number of indexed pages on the website. Referring domains means how many different websites are pointing in to this website. Referring domains to this specific page. So for this, it's the home page. If you look down here, for this one, it's an inner page on this directory. So it's not the domain. It's not the root domain. It's a directory. It's an inner page, excuse me. So this root domains to the page are the number of root domains pointing into this specific page. Okay, so that's going to be less than to the domain. Backlinks to the page and backlinks to the domain. So bear with me here. I know this is can get a little technical, but I promise it won't get any more technical than this. It just tells us the different number and the authority. It really tells us how strong these websites are. Over here to the right, it tells us title, URL, description, and header. What that means is that it wants to see if this personal injury lawyer Houston, if this term is in these 4 spots. We call them the 4 Ys, because if there's 4 Ys, like this one here, he has it perfectly done for this term. And if you look here in the URL, which is one of the factors, is the URL right here. It says personal injury Houston and lawyer right there. So it's not in the same exact order, but each of those words are found in the URL. And then same thing with the title of the page and the description of the page and the header. So the header is just basically like if you're using WordPress, you can highlight the words personal injury lawyer Houston and click on H1 and it puts it in like a bold format to tell Google that that's very important. That's an important sentence. Usually used for subheadings. So the only person that has this here is FindLaw, which is the directory, and the other ones have a few, but not all of them. The next closest competitor, which is an actual attorney website, is Houston, Texas Personal Injury Lawyers, which is also considered an exact match domain. And so exact match domains used to work in the past, but it was a shortcut to getting on page 1. But now it's not really a shortcut at all. And in my opinion, I wouldn't use an exact match domain, meaning that the exact keyword that you want to rank for is in the domain itself, like so, because it really pigeonholes you into just ranking for this term. You're not going to, after this, rank for hundreds of different terms like you would with a broad and general attorney website. Like terrybryant.com could rank for all different types of personal injury law, but Houston, Texas personal injury lawyers might have a little bit harder time ranking for those different terms. I favor a branded site where we rank it for different things, and especially rank the inner pages for different terms. So what's good to note here is that, well, I want to say that the homepage of these attorney websites are showing up, not inner pages, which may mean that they're just not as strong competitors. But in this case, I think it's because personal injury law is such a broad phrase that they're showing the entire website. So if you search for something different, like let's say wrongful death lawyer Houston, then you're probably not going to get as many. Wow, look at this guy. So the wrongful death page for terrybryant.com in Houston is also showing up. So what happens when you build an authority website like Terry Bryant has is these inner pages start to rank as well, because the domain, as you see here, domain authority is high, is 31, not terribly high, but his domain has so much authority that the inner pages are easily ranking as well. So that's another example of this. For example, would be one of our clients, and when you type in MTA train accident lawyer, because of the inherent strength of the domain, we were able to put up the page to target this MTA train accident lawyer as soon as the train accident occurred in New York City last month. We were able to put up a new page and rank for it right away, just because of the inherent strength of the website. So we didn't need many backlinks at all, and that's the benefit of having such a strong domain overall, and then you can rank the inner pages like this guy has done for smaller terms. Wrongful death lawyer Houston. Let's see if we see any other injury attorneys. Houston.com is a site, and they're ranking this page. So for wrongful death lawyer Houston, very doable. The number 2 spot here is not very strong at all. The domain authority is only 13 and the PA is only 19. Down here, this is a little stronger, 3222. Alton Todd. So Houston wrongful death attorney. So this guy has only a DA of 9, right? But because he has the name in the URL, which is not, like I said, a shortcut anymore, it's just that this shows that this term is not very competitive, because this DA is only 9, which means it's a brand new website with not that many links, and it's already on page 1 for wrongful death lawyer Houston. So you could technically get a website like wrongful death lawyer Houston.com, .net, or .org, and you can rank on this page as well pretty easily. So this term here, I could say right off the bat, is doable. What I want to look at now is this guy's website, mostly. So you can see right here that the design of the site is pretty new, it's pretty modern. It's not, to my taste, but the design itself is definitely not old. He has a contact form right above here. Here's this chat box that comes up. So board certified former judge. So you want to look at the site and see what he's doing and what he's targeting. As seen on honors and recognition, practice areas. So I like to copy all of these right here and put them right in our Word document for keyword ideas for later. Okay, so you can go back and format this later, but you get the idea. So right there we have a lot of different keywords that we can copy and try to put into our campaigns as well. So even over here, experienced legal representation for personal injuries, car accidents, truck accidents, wrongful death, medical malpractice, motorcycle accidents, and more. Okay. So as I said earlier, we also want to look at how how these people are using the terms in their meta descriptions. So this right here is called the meta title. So one little lesson I want to tell you real quick about is it's called over optimization. And one thing that Google will just filter sites out for is if they're over optimizing, if they're overdoing something. In most cases, if the links pointing into the site all have the same anchor text, they just won't rank as well as they used to. In the past, we used to be able to just point links at the site with the same anchor text, personal injury lawyer Houston, over and over and over again, and that would work, and it was effective in getting rankings. But after it was overused, Google closed that loophole, and now you need a certain nuance where you can't just make links over and over for the same thing. It's gotten harder, where it has to look more natural. So they're looking at, are there synonyms pointing into the website, different terms, brand links, meaning the name of the company, and not only anchor text now, but we're finding that this meta title, meta description, and the actual URLs, if they're over optimized with only this term here over and over and over again, exactly like that, it just doesn't look natural, and Google's penalizing those sites as well. So if you look here, personal injury lawyer serving Houston and surrounding areas, this is a pretty natural looking title and something that you should emulate. It doesn't obviously just say personal injury lawyers Houston, because that wouldn't make sense, and it would be pretty obvious that he's trying to rank for that. If you have suffered a personal injury, contact the Houston personal injury lawyer. So that's in there. Not exactly. Again, Houston is first in this case, but he has it in there naturally. So let's look at the other ones. Houston personal injury attorneys. He has that right in there. Personal injury attorneys in Houston. Houston law firm whose lawyers are experienced in handling car accidents. So this person is pretty under-optimized, which is a good sign. But I mean, he's doing a good job. So let's look on the next page and see people that are not on page 1, and maybe we can find out why. So YouTube video. Houston personal injury attorneys, Houston personal injury attorneys. So it may be that these people have this over-optimized. See how it's done twice exactly the same? Well, this is a synonym, but it is pretty close to the same. Okay, so let's get into the real exciting stuff here. Well, exciting because we can see where these people are getting links from, and we could copy them and get the same links and pass them in the rankings. One second. Excuse me one second. Okay, we're in. So this guy here, terrybryant.com, I put the domain name in here without the www or HTTP so I can search the whole site. So he has a lot of links. He has 2,200 different links coming into the website from 252 different domains. What that means, so this is an important number referring domains, and this one's pretty high. What this means is that on average, each domain is linking to this guy 10 times. So from 10 different pages on average, he's getting links from each of these sites. So one of these domains could have let's say 100 links or 1,000 links pointing in, and the other one can only have one. It's a good indication if the referring domains is high, because if referring domains is, let's say, 10, and there's still 2,000 backlinks coming from those 10 websites, it's not as powerful as having 2,000 different websites pointing to once each. So these numbers are really strong. So if you want to take out terrybryant.com for these terms, the same terms that he's optimizing for, it's going to take some work. It's not undoable, but he's doing a good job with SEO. And let's look at his anchor text. Again, anchor text is any text in the link that points to the website. So that means, see these links here? When you hover over them, if you look down here in the bottom left-hand corner of my browser, if you hover over them, you'll see where it's pointed to. So this one's pointed to an inner page of Majestic SEO, but the anchor text is backlinks. And this anchor text right here is anchor text. So this anchor text breakdown shows you the links, the text of the links pointing into the website. So the first one is just the http:/terrybryant.com. And the first thing I have to tell you is that for 4% is very low, which tells me that this guy's anchor text is extremely diversified. So you're going to have to do a very good job to beat him. http/ and the URL said differently with no HTTP. Another way of saying the URL, Terry Bryant. So the top 4 make up 16% of the anchor text coming in, and they're all brand anchors, like the name of the firm, which Google really likes to see this. I've seen all winning websites on the page 1 of Google that their top anchor texts are the name of the firm, or if you have an exact match domain, it's the name of the website. Website, another URL, Houston Personal Injury Lawyer. So this term is only used 1.4%, 1.47% of the time, which is very little. When you start getting over 5, 10%, and you're using it that much, that's when Google says, you're using this too much, we know exactly what you're doing, and they don't rank you for this term. So again, great job by this guy, Terry Bryant, Accident and Injury Firm, 1.47, Terry Bryant, Texas Personal Injury Lawyer. So a ton of branded anchors, and then 73% are other anchor texts, which probably he uses like one each, and we'll get into exactly which anchor text he's using here. So if you look down here, I want to see how many different anchor texts he's using. He's using 316 different anchor texts, which is excellent. So again, this guy is definitely a formidable opponent, someone that you'll have to take seriously, and if you want to beat him, you're going to have to do a great job with your SEO and your website. So you're referring domains. So I like to look at how many times. So empty anchor text, 27 different domains. All these, like I said, are branded. Personal injury, Houston Personal Injury Lawyer, only 7 times he uses it. Terry Bryant Accident. So you can use this for your own website and see what your anchor text looks like. Do you have the keywords that you want to rank for appearing up here as the top anchor text with hundreds of referring domains using the same exact anchor text to link into your website? That's not good. Visit our website, Houston Injury Lawyer, 4 times. Excellent. Social Security Disability Lawyer, 4 times. Terry Bryant Injury Lawyers, 3 times. So from here down, right here, he uses from 43 down to 316. That's close to 250, 260, excuse me, about 270 different anchor texts that he uses only 1 time each for 1 domain each. So excellent diversity. Gulf of Mexico oil rig explosion. So he has a lot of his brand anchors, as you can see. Texas personal injury lawyer 2 times. Great job on anchor text. This is something that you should model. If you want to beat this guy, this is what you're going to have to do right here. And the way to beat him is to model his anchor text, his website, what he's targeting, and then at the end to get more powerful backlinks than he has, which is a segue into our next topic, the backlinks. Okay, so these are the websites that are pointing into his website, and you could see here, the funny thing is that the top website pointing into him is textlinks.com, which is unbelievable because it's a place that you can buy text links. Excuse me. Well, it's a directory. So you can add your URL here. But this page, even though it's pretty strong in terms of Majestic's metrics, 27 and 36 for citation flow and trust flow, is pretty good. That means it's a legit website. But the PageRank itself, the Google PageRank, as you can see in SEO book, is only a NA, not available. So I already know how I'd beat this guy. So, and I'll tell you that in a second. YouTube, and I hid the deleted backlinks, so we're just getting, so this one's no follow, but they still count. That means that that site discourages the search engines from following that link over to this site, and it doesn't get the credit, as much credit as if it was a regular link, but they still count, and they still make up a diverse backlink profile. YouTube, Google+, legal intake, testimonials. Let's see what this is all about. So this is 26-29, but again, the page is a PageRank 2. And one thing I'd like to mention that can't be mentioned enough is you hear people saying that they're going to get you these powerful backlinks on PR5 websites, which is great. That means that the site is legitimate, and that they're getting a lot of traffic, and that the domain of the site may be a PageRank 5. But the most important thing about any link is the page that it falls on having that PageRank. So a PageRank 2 page, like here, linking over to cartermario.com, or where's this guy's link? Let's see. Here you go, terrybryant.com. After laboring to train various answering services for years and never been satisfied, legal intake professionals gave me the solution I needed for after-hours injury intake. So this is the link. And this page is a PR2. So let's go to the, let's say we go to the contact page, for example. And his contact page is also pretty high. So hopefully I can get a page that doesn't have a high page rank, but it doesn't look like it. Second. So basically, if the page that the link is found on has page rank, then it's in fact a high page rank backlink, and it's very powerful. If it doesn't, it's not as powerful. Not to say it's not useful, but it's not as powerful. So someone saying that they're going to get you a link on a PR5 website, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get you a powerful backlink if the page that your link is found on is not as powerful. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's move on. So as you can see, he was a testimonial for this legal intake professionals website. Superlawyers.com. One thing that I have to note is that most page one attorney websites have a bunch of links coming from directories, from legal directories. And I have a theory about that. I think that that's because the two factors in ranking any website, and the two factors in how strong any backlink is, are relevance and authority, or relevance and PageRank, basically. So although PageRank doesn't give us the whole story, and there's a lot of other metrics that we look at, as you can see, basically if the page is relevant and it has a high PageRank, it will move the needle. It'll move you up in the Google rankings. Okay, so my theory is that Google is leaning more towards relevance these days, and seeing your listing in a place like Super Lawyers or Avo or Justia or any legal directory has a lot more pull, and Google weighs it more in their ranking factors. So the strongest backlink is one that's relevant and one that has a high PageRank value. Let's keep looking here. See lawyerdirectory.co. I want to save this one for later. If you'd like, we have a list of the 61 top legal directories that you should be in, and it's for download for free. You get instant access to it for your email address. You can go to our website at apricotlaw.com and get that. So lawyerdirectory.co, another one. Okay, and you could just go here and put submit article or submit link. There you go. The good thing about the legal business is that there's tons of directories that you can put your website in, that you can submit your website to. AboutHoustonTexas.com, so that's relevant because it's in Houston, and so is the attorney. YouTube. So then what I like to do is I like to go here for referring domains, and it'll just list the actual domain. Lawyerscope.com. I want to take a look at this one. So this doesn't have the actual page that the attorney is listed on. It has the entire domain. It just breaks it down to domains. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Excuse me. Okay, what is this? I guess they write for this lawyerscope.com. I've never seen this site before. It's a pretty new site, actually. This, frankly, might be a site that he put up himself. Doesn't look like it, though. There's a lot of different people that put their link here. So you could contact these people if you have content to submit and get. See, he has a link to his Twitter, a link to his Facebook, and 2 links to terrybryant.com, all from lawyerscope.com. So not a very strong link. As you can see, the page has a PR 0, but it's very relevant. So you can try to contact these people if this is part of your strategy and submit articles. Doesn't seem like they're taking any new authors. It makes me think that whoever's doing the SEO set up this website for their clients. Interesting. BD Sense. We lost money. 1-800-lawsuit.com. Let's look at this one. Okay, I guess it redirects. Yeah, it redirects. So that 1-800-lawsuit just redirects over to this site. So he must have had a different site at some time and just redirected the whole thing to the site. Linky. TheAttorneyHome.com. So I like to look for these relevant places to get links, because I think that Google is more and more about relevance, which is smart. Okay, articles, news, add URL. So you can add a URL right here. So we just found 2 more directories that you can be listed in. lawyerlinks.co, lawyershouston.org. This page was suspended. This is another directory. Google.com is that Google Plus page that the guy has. Check Houston AVO. Okay, so we know that personal injury lawyer Houston, it's definitely doable to get on the first page, no doubt. Personal injury lawyer Houston. Okay. So we know that it's doable to get on the first page. You could usually take out these spots because the pages here, like we said earlier, are very low in page authority. They're only here because the domain is very powerful of these directories. So you can take these 2 spots. Getting this number 1 spot is going to be hard because Google already trusts this guy, as you can see here. It's a good idea, like I said, to copy what this person is doing. And I did promise that I'll tell you how to beat him, and this is how you beat him. Okay, so all those links that we saw, they're relevant, but they're not terribly powerful. They don't have high page rank, for example. So what we want to do is we can buy domains that are for sale that already have page rank. And you could do so by visiting places like registercompass.com, which shows you domains that have expired or for sale by owner, and searching for, in Register Compass, websites by page rank. And if they have law in the name, even better. But if you've copied this person's backlink profile, you're not going to need many more relevant links. So throwing in some authority and some high page rank links on top of what he has will just crush it. So you want to search for, hopefully it has law in the name, but if it doesn't, fine. So search for sites that have a high page rank, like page rank 5 or above, and that have decent backlinks. If you put them into Majestic SEO, you can see that the backlinks are not in a different language and they're coming from decent sites. I was able to pick up one site the other day that was an official website of a town, and I guess they weren't using that website before. It's a page rank 5. It has all these authority links coming in. Places like libraries listing it, Wikipedia, government sites, all legitimate links pointing into this site and referencing it as a source of information about this town. And this website was a page rank 5, and it was for sale for a couple $100. So I bought it, and then what we do is we put our links of our clients or our different attorneys on the first page of the most powerful page of the website. And that shoots them up the Google rankings, all else being considered. Like, we're not over-optimizing the title, the description, the URL, or the anchor text, and our link profile is very diverse and getting links from a bunch of different relevant places. That just crushes it. Excuse me. Throwing in some authority links from high page rank sites, even if you bought them, I mean, you can buy them and host them on different hosts and make them look like they're independent sites, like not your own sites. And so what we're getting into now is a little bit of advanced SEO, what we now call a private blog network. And that's how you beat this guy. But not to take anything away from him, because he's doing a fantastic job. But I would not be scared. I would go after this market for sure. You have a few strong players and a few weak players, a bunch of directories, and a YouTube video. So you can definitely get on page 1 of Google. Like I said, number 1 is going to be a little bit hard. So we already went about 45 minutes in this webinar. We're just going to wrap it up here by going over the last step, which is the Google Keyword Planner. So remember those keywords that we found, what keywords are the winners targeting, and we pasted it into this notepad document here down below. So these are pretty generic, but if you search around long enough, like if you go to this other person's website down here, you may be able to find more. Let's see. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the guy's site. Again, another very nice site. Excuse me 1 second. I try to see who built it. Okay, it doesn't say who built the site. So these are some keywords down here that we could target. I'll just copy them for now. And here are more. All right, I thought I was going to open up that. So personal injury, plant and refinery accidents, oil rig explosions, maritime offshore injury. These are great. Industrial injury, trucking accidents, type of catastrophic injuries, medical or pharmaceutical injury, property contamination, motor vehicle accidents, product liability, railroad accidents, aviation accidents, commercial litigation. So you want to get your assistant or just copy them yourself, and you want to copy all of these terms. Amusement park accidents, bicycle, construction, daycare, dangerous drugs, defective, drowning, explosions, maritime. So these are great. So you want to get this huge list of keywords and copy them down and either put them into your campaign or look a little more closely at how much search volume each one's getting to see if they're worth it. So what I like to do is I like to take these and put them into the Google Keyword Planner. Most people start with the Google Keyword Planner to get ideas for their keywords, but this is not a good idea because this tool will give you synonyms and things that are closely related to the words, but it won't give you truly relevant terms. I'll show you what I mean. 1 second. So get search volume for a list of keywords. Search for new keyword ideas. We're just going to use the first one because it gives us the search volume anyway. So I think that we have to reformat this and just move them over. Unnecessary space here. Okay. Okay, so then you put your keywords right in here, and you press Get Ideas, and now you get a better idea, a better list of ideas anyway. If you click on Keyword Ideas, you get the search volume for the keywords that you just put in. So obviously the search volume is going to be a little less if you type in Houston afterwards, but you can get an idea of what people are searching for in general, more so than others. So truck accident is a good one here. 1,600 accident lawyer, personal injury. So look at the price of these if you were to advertise in Google's paid ads. Okay, so these are the ideas it comes up with from our list. But why I don't like to start with this tool is because if you only put in personal injury lawyer Houston, it will give you not nearly as many terms as the method that we just used. So I like to go to the competitors, to the people that are winning in the space, copy their ideas, and then come here and get what they think are some relevant terms or synonyms. And also, it'll tell you the average monthly searches, so you can target the ones that you want to target. So here, personal injury. So it tells you basically, as you can see, like it'll just give you synonyms or other really closely related terms, but it won't give you things that should be in personal injury, like accident attorney or airplane accident or drowning or wrongful death, things like that. It won't give you. It'll just give you basically synonyms or different towns. Okay, last cool thing I want to show you about this tool is that if you go back to the beginning here, you can put anybody's website in and get the keywords that the person is targeting. This is a cool idea here too. So search for new keyword ideas and ad group ideas, and check this out. Okay, so here let's type in the landing page. What's that guy's name again? TerryBryant.com. And Google will be nice enough to give us all the keywords that this person is targeting on his website. So you click keyword ideas and look at all these keywords. Excellent list of keywords. 800 different keywords related to this person's website. Bodily injury lawyers, 10 searches per month. So you can just go here, click download, and download all these into an Excel and give them to your SEO or to your marketing person or whoever's making your content to make sure that it's in your content, so that hopefully you can start ranking for these as well. So I hope you found this helpful. We're running out of time here. We only have a few minutes left on this webinar. It's an hour time slot. So if you have any questions, visit the website, apricotlaw.com, and shoot us an email. We'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. This has been Nick Kringus with SEO Competition, personal injury lawyer, Houston. Until next week.